into the park. Probably go to Harry Potter, ride those rides there, and then about time to go back to Nor, have some nice dinner. Alright, so the main question is, which hotels did you choose? Now overall, just to preface this, don't come to Universal Beijing. It's not very good, it's not very big, it's not to its full potential. They haven't perfected everything yet. Rides are minimal, you can go ride everything basically elsewhere. Go to Japan. Japan is probably the best of the Universal parks, one of the best. And Singapore honestly isn't as bad as well. But if we're talking about hotels in Universal Studios Beijing, I would personally say no. It is definitely worth the price point, and the difference between prices from Nor to the Grand Hotel isn't really that much. The difference is only about 100 kwai. And the breakfast at Nor is 210 kwai, while in the Grand Hotel it is 280 kwai, although it is a character breakfast. But honestly, Nor is definitely more worth it. The breakfast is cheaper and the room is much bigger, so you're basically giving like 60 kwai-ish for your room to be like almost double the size of how it is at the Grand Hotel. So personally, yeah, Nor is the better bet. People don't come to Nor and prefer the Universal Grand Hotel because it's at the entrance, it's pretty significant. Is it worth the price? Not really. The room's kind of small. Overall, don't overlook the Nor Hotel. It is amazing in there. Give those guys some love. The team members in that hotel, absolutely amazing. They're kind of bored, it's kind of quiet, but they're absolutely fantastic. They are attentive and caring, and they're just awesome team members. So kudos to every single team member, every front desk worker, cleaner, lifeguard, attendant, chef that is working at Nor Hotel. You've done a great job, and that one night stay at the hotel was absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I mean, the people here at Grand Hotel are also really fantastic. Sky especially, he's an attendant at the luggage storage kiosk, and we had a little chat and he was great. He was awesome. So awesome stuff. Anyways, we're gonna go into the park and enjoy our night and final night here at our 3-day 2-night trip at the resort. Back in the park, y'all. Back in the park. It is nighttime. I'm going crazy because I only have 4 hours of sleep. I don't know why it took me so long to sleep last night. I guess it's weird sleeping in a different bed than your own, and it takes a little while for you to fall asleep. I'm tired. I'm sleepy. I want to go home, but tickets, you paid money. You might as well just like use as much money as you can, I guess. Look at that. They're in Minnie Mouse and Chip. Or Dale. I don't know the difference between Chip and Dale. There's a lot of this weird stuff at Universal Beijing. You get a lot of people wearing, Mickey ears, or wearing a cosplay of, Snow White. I've seen Princess Jasmine for some reason. It's so weird because there seems to be a cultural disconnect between Universal and the Chinese audience. People don't really know what Universal is. You know what Disney is. Disney and Universal, they're both big theme parks. They must be the same thing, right? No, it is not the same thing. Definitely not the same thing. Disney is much bigger and much grander, and they have so much more money, and they are monopolizing the economy, and eventually they'll be the only company in existence in the future, which is kind of sad. There's Jurassic Flyers, Mountain Dew Jurassic Flyers. We have Mel's, Minion Land. We didn't get to do Decepticoaster today. We didn't even go into Transformers Metrobase. Kung Fu Panda is closing in almost like 30 minutes. It closes usually 1 hour before the rest of the park closes for some reason. I don't know why. And then Waterworld, there was only one show today, so we kind of missed that one because we needed to have lunch. But yeah, it's a weird park. It's definitely a weird Universal park. It's definitely not like a lot of the other parks, a lot of the Universal parks around the world. Now, personally, I would die to do anything to go back to Universal Studios Japan, because that park has so much more and is awesome, and they have lots of stuff to do, lots of new stuff, lots of original stuff. I don't know what they're saying in this song. It sounds like they're saying coochie. Coochie, coochie. Gonna head to Hogwarts. Probably gonna get a warm butterbeer. I haven't tried that before. I know there's some distaste for warm butterbeer, but I will put that to the test today. I will see if warm butterbeer is worse or, I don't know, better than normal butterbeer or frozen butterbeer. got Honeydukes, Birdie Bots, chocolate ones, chocolate frogs. Oh, there's the merch as well for chocolate frogs. Fizzing Whizbees. Oh, I haven't had these before. Fudge flies, some Honeydukes merch. Is this a Gilly water? Yeah, Gilly water, also known as just bottled water. Exploding bonbons, glacial snowflakes, caramel cobwebs. Looks like they're refilling some of the stock for the candy there. Peppermint toads. I just heard some of the team members just now naming a bunch of spells. They were naming like Aloha Mora and stuff. That was kind of funny. About 5:45 Hogshead. I'm gonna go in and take a look and we have the butterbeer. What's in here? We're not gonna have dinner here. We're just gonna have a few snacks or butterbeer. So Hogshead is just right next to the Three Broomsticks. So if you just want a butterbeer or you want an alcoholic drink, which they have, grab a beer and then, you know, go outside. If, you know, the butterbeer kiosks are both full or if you don't want to actually have a full meal, come to Hogshead. It's awesome. All right, let's try this hot butterbeer. I don't know what all the fuss is about warm butterbeer and people saying it's really good. I'm gonna put that to the test. It's like a nice warm vanilla milkshake, sort of. There's no, you know, bubbles. The soda is like kind of like syrup, kind of like a warm vanilla milkshake. It's not hot. It's not hot. All right, the warm butterbeer is way too sweet. Instead of soothing your throat, it just irritates it a lot. So warm butterbeer, that's definitely like a 3 out of 10 for me, or like a 4 out of 10. It's sweet. It has butterbeer. It just doesn't work. It's warm. My throat feels awful after that. Alright, just chilling in the outpost. If you're looking to go to a Hogwarts that is mostly empty, go to Universal Studios Beijing. It's not really as good. I absolutely hate this. But it is the most empty. I mean, there's supposed to be the nighttime magic at Hogwarts Castle. There's no one here, which is kind of weird. So, apparently, the park is open till 8. I did not know that. I thought it was open till 7, but we already have a reservation for dinner at 7:30. So that means we're gonna have to skip the nighttime magic at Hogwarts Castle, but that's completely fine. Right now, the park is absolutely empty. I bet there's gonna be like 100 people left when it's like 7 o'clock because everyone thinks the park is already closed. Castle, show building. Castle, show building. Castle, show building. I'm sorry guys, the forced perspective doesn't work here. You can tell the windows are like teeny tiny little windows, little baby windows. Alright, gonna do Forbidden Journey. Probably the last thing that I'm going to do. Why are the signs like this? It's so sad. Finished Forbidden Journey. It's about 6:30, so I think right now we're gonna go ride 2-ish more rides in Transformers Metrobase because that's still open and we haven't gone there today. So maybe do Decepticoaster or Transformers Battle for the All-Star. And then afterwards, we're gonna head to Noah Hotel. My mom's not feeling so well. We've had a lot to eat today. It's a pretty intense day. Just a lot of eating, riding rides. So my mom's gonna head back to the Grand Hotel, rest up for a little bit, and then I'm gonna go towards Transformers. Had a quick bathroom break in the Moaning Myrtle bathroom. That bathroom is just so weird, man. Having Moaning Myrtle just talk to you when you're, you know, taking a leak is always awkward. But yeah, the hand washing water is actually heated, so that's pretty nice, especially in winter when your hands are freezing cold after, you know, standing in the outside air for like a couple hours. Outside Wizarding World, I'm gonna walk towards Transformers Metrobase and see if I can finish both Decepticoaster and Transformers Battle for the Allspark. I still fondly remember the last time I was here, I was the last one in Jurassic World Adventure. That was pretty awesome. That was pretty dope. Looks like Raptor Encounter. Those are it. Wow. Alright, looks like all the rides are open till 8 o'clock. It is 6:40, so that's plenty of time. Pride and joy. Decepticoaster. Gonna do my first night ride of Decepticoaster. I've never done a night ride on Decepticoaster. How the heck is Transformers Metrobase empty? What is happening? Decepticoaster is 5 minutes, but guess what? It's probably just a walk-on. Alright, 6:52. Finished Decepticoaster. That was pretty awesome. In the dark, everything's still well lit, but it gives it a sort of different vibe if you're going in on it at night. Whoa. But yeah, that was pretty awesome. The weird thing was that the LED screen effects weren't actually on inside the tunnel, the launch tunnel. So that was kind of strange. I was hoping to see that because that launch animation is really cool, but that's fine. I'm fine with that. Next up, I'm gonna see if Battle for the Allspark is open. Finish that, and then I'll be fully satisfied with my day here. Teleporting to North America now. I'm now in Chicago. Looks like a walk-on here today. There's not anyone in the queue, which is pretty rare since this ride gets pretty long wait times. A lot of the time, probably around like 15 to 30 minutes on average. And yeah, I've completed that as well. So Battle for the Allspark, same thing as Transformers. The ride 3D, awesome ride. It is mostly screen-based, which is kind of sad compared to, you know, Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man, which is mostly, you know, projection effects, but it also has the physical set pieces and props that make it really awesome. Now, Jurassic World Adventure is just a step up from that, which shows kind of like how you can build a sort of tension without actually using screens and intense moving elements. I think they did Jurassic World Adventure pretty well. It's probably not as thrilling as one might say Adventures of Spider-Man or Transformers. The sheer sort of impressiveness of the technology used in the ride, the animatronics, the effects, and the movement, and the less reliance of restricting the rider's view because they don't really have those two sets of walls on the side of the ride vehicle to restrict your view, because for Transformers, if you look to the left or right, it will definitely break your immersion. But overall, pretty awesome. So now I'm gonna head back to the Grand Hotel, meet up with my parents, and then I'm gonna head back to Noah and then have some dinner. Prince Charming is still here and it's like 7 o'clock. Well, what commitment? What commitment? Well, leaving the park now. I got asked to do a survey when I was leaving. They gave me a free magnet, a Universal magnet. That was awesome. Yeah, I'll do the survey later, I guess. All right, inside. Oh, it is quiet. It's kind of freaky. I think that's a rehearsal. They're having rehearsals for, I think, maybe Universal Pop or something. I don't know. We're back in Noah. Yeah, this is beautiful. Honestly, more people should stay here. I mean, this hotel is just so much better. So much bigger, so much grander. It's so cool. All right, here we are. Right here. Cafe Royal. Looks like we're all getting the hot pot set. It's $198 per person, and then you get a full hot pot, basically everything. You have the meats, veg, carbs, and all that. So for this Cafe Royal hot pot set, we got to choose one of 4 types of stocks. So the choices were mushroom, hot and spicy, tomato stock, and tom yum. And I got the tomato stock, as you can see. Really a bunch of condiments for the hot pot. Everything you need right here. Next up, we got some appetizers, which came with deep fried peanuts and anchovies, cured cherry tomato with honey and lemon, and chilled black fungus. Next, the hot pot set came with an assortment of vegetables, which included baby cabbage, crown daisy, turnip, lotus root, Chinese yam, sweet potato, shiitake mushroom, and enoki mushrooms. The hot pot set also came with an assortment of land and river based foods such as spam, fried gluten puff, bean curd roll, duck blood, glass noodles, tofu, seafood ball, and fish tofu beef ball. The star of the hot pot was the protein. We got to choose one out of 2 sets. The first set being the beef and lamb set with 100 grams of beef chuck and 100 grams of Mongolian lamb, or the seafood set, which included 100 grams of chilled bassa fish fillet and 6 pieces of shrimp. Here I chose the beef and lamb set. Finally, we got to choose our choice of staple foods. We were given 4 choices for staple foods, which included sesame seed cake, noodles, dumplings, and wontons. Here I chose the dumplings, and they came in a wonderful set of colors. Finally, as a dessert, we got seasonal fruit, and along with that, we were given several free pieces of cake and dessert. Finished dinner. That was a pretty good value. You get lots of stuff. You get huge bowls of food and meat, whole hot pot. You can sit there and enjoy it. So now we're gonna take a short walk back to Grand Hotel and then end off the night. Today was a pretty long day, pretty exhausting, but quite enjoyable, I should say. The advantage of staying at the Grand Hotel is that you can stare at the people still inside the park. There's a little golf cart just going around. I think they're testing out the Christmas lights. Over there, they're already having construction walls over there for the Christmas tree. And these are the slippers for the hotel. Really nice color. You have this kind of dull yellow, but it's mostly white. And you have this nice symbol. I think this is the pattern for the Grand Hotel. You see on the carpets on the outside. Here we have some Kung Fu Panda chocolates, and it's in rice. So I guess you could take this home, I guess, and the rice. That's pretty cool. Thanks, Universal. So it is the next day. It is 9 o'clock. The park opens at 10 today. Early park admission has already started. People already going in. You could see people going in from our room. And then we can also see team members preparing the park, running the rides, testing, doing maintenance. And last night we also saw them put up some construction walls because it looks like they're going to put up the Christmas tree very soon. Their Christmas event is going to start on November 18th. Definitely going to have to check that out when that comes out. But right now we're going to head downstairs to the 3rd floor, have breakfast in the Lotus Garden. They have a breakfast buffet with character breakfast. We'll see how that is. So here in the 1st floor, you can get a better look at that construction wall. They're preparing for Christmas. Oh, what am I getting myself into? Oh no. Looking at the breakfast buffet, you have a lot of juice and cereal over here. You have some cold cuts, cheeses, a Western hot food area, fruits, dairy products. You have smoked salmon over here. That area is the Chinese dining options. You have some bao buns, and all that stuff. Some pastries and bread. You have your egg station. You have your meat station. Your noodle station. Oh, wait, no. Oh, kanji station. Over here's the noodle station. What's over here? Ooh, alright. Fried dumplings. I'm gonna have to try that. And then over here you have the character meet and greets. So you have two of the goals, and then you have a mini. They're all in their Halloween dress up wear because they were promoting these costumes for Halloween, but I guess they just kept it for the Christmas season. It's not really Christmas yet. So the breakfast here at the Grand Hotel has less variety. The breakfast at Noor has more like pastries and different sort of little foods and snacks and a much more variety compared to here. But you're getting more for less. It is 285 for the breakfast here. You're paying more because of the character breakfast. Now, because of COVID, they aren't allowed to come to your table and interact with you, which is a shame, but maybe in the future they can. Breakfast and the room overall, it's just more worth it to go to Noor. You're getting more with what you're paying. Let's look at the new characters are. Edith and that's Bob. That's fine. Bob, they're changing. And then Margot, Agnes, and Kevin are taking pictures. Well, I'm gonna head back to the room now. It's 10 o'clock, so general park admission has officially started. Why are there no people in line? Okay, there are. Look at the crowds today. It is a Sunday, and the crowds are minimal. We've just opened the gates. There's no one here. This is barely anything. One thing I thought I wouldn't really like is the window. The window isn't actually that big. It doesn't cover the entire wall, and it doesn't go right to the bottom of the floor, which I understand. If you look on that side, that's what it looks like from the outside. That's how they make it look somewhat normal. And yeah, honestly, it's big enough that it doesn't bother me. You can get a good view of everything. Yeah, you can just cover this other side up with the curtain and then it doesn't really bother you. And it offers some great views. So now in the morning you can really tell how small the park is. It goes from there to there. Total right now it is at 130 acres-ish. If it's fully expanded, all the expansion pads filled up, it will be at around 220 acres. You can tell how small this actually is. You can tell that there's so many residential buildings just right surrounding the entire resort area. I don't think they were here before the development of the park started, but now you can see a lot of residential areas. Especially you can see them from some from Harry Potter, from Decepticoaster and Transformers Metrobase. You can see it a bit in Waterworld, although they do block it off with a ugly corrugated iron wall, which does it's fine, but the sightlines in this park just aren't as good as I would have expected if they were making a fully immersive single IP land. So around 10:30, I'm gonna go take a walk first down to Noor Hotel because there's like a little garden area, and then down to the riverside. They have a little walking path. I'm gonna see if I can actually go there and see what's there. And afterwards, I'm gonna check out and then end our trip here at the resort. Back onto Noor property. They have this little nice trail that you can walk towards. So it looks like a lot of people are going this way as well. I'm presuming that they thought they could go into the park via the hotel, the Grand Hotel, but you actually can't. It's exclusive for VIP guests, hotel guests, and if you're going to a hotel restaurant. So you have to go through here towards City Walk, back through City Walk into the park. That's the only way if you're not a hotel resident. Yeah, here's the hotel. But honestly, still had an amazing time at both hotels, both Noor and the Universal Studios Grand Hotel. The staff and team members there are absolutely fantastic. They do everything in their power to make your visit absolutely fantastic. But overall, Noor is better. Noor is obviously a franchise hotel. It is a 5-star hotel franchise, so obviously the bar is much higher. Yeah, I definitely recommend this one more. But if you're coming for the first time, want a good view of the entire park, the Grand Hotel is also a decent option. So we're going through the Noor entrance to City Walk and the resort. We're not gonna actually go into the resort area where you have to actually do the security check. We're just gonna go down the stairs and walk on the path down there. So this is what they call the waterway. It links both the hotels and the park, the Universal Studios Beijing Park, and then the waterway is in the middle. I think there's supposed to be like boats going up and down the river, taking people up and down to hotels and stuff, like in the Florida resort. But there's not really any necessary use for it right now. But maybe in the future when they have more hotels on the other side of the resort, maybe they'll have a water taxi to bring you down the waterway. So the waterway actually goes pretty far. So that's Noor, that's the metro station. If you keep going, it still keeps going. So I think it's an actual river that they redirected. And then there's the walking trail that just keeps going. And then I guess you can keep walking there. That's pretty cool. So we're gonna go through City Walk, take a couple pictures at the Universal Globe first because we haven't actually done that in daylight. And then we'll go back to the hotel, check out, and then head back home. This is the direction you'd come in if you're coming through the metro. And they have a whole lot of these switchbacks. And this is the entrance. Over on the other side of the entrance to Universal Beijing, they have another walkway path that goes towards the other side where they might have expansions for the resort. So they put up banners for the winter holiday season. I think they put these up last night, as well as the garlands for the entrance. They look great, pretty simple. They still have a bit of time to add everything. It only starts on the 18th of November. Today it is the 13th, so they still have some time to build the Christmas tree, add everything, do that kind of stuff. They have some ticketing booths over there, although it is not open right now. Everything is reservation based. And then the entrance to the hotel, as well as the VIP experiences on this side. Back at the hotel, Christmas is coming. I really like their lobby. I like the sort of modern, sort of postmodern design, a sort of retro Hollywood style. The lobby is really nice. Everything's really nice, but the rooms are just a tad bit small. Everything's just a tad bit minimal. All right, leaving the resort after a wonderful 3-day, 2-night stay here at the resort, at both Noor Resort Hotel and the Universal Studios Grand Hotel. Thank you to all the staff and team members in the park, in the hotels, and just making this trip absolutely wonderful. So thank you, everyone.